Oh, is that you again? Another 3 a.m. call? You've done well, Mr. Perlman. I tracked down Annalise Hoffman and her new husband. Turned out she iced the last one. Congratulations. You're going to arrest her? Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Oh boy, so is that it? We're done? Not even close. You're going to start paying me. I'm covering my own expenses here. My library card is maxed out. Mr. Perlman. Oh, forget it. I can see you guys are as tight as you are tight-lipped. Mr. Perlman, we need you to look into some ex-Nazis based in South America, Argentina, Bolivia, and Paraguay. I already got a guy in Argentina, a dentist. This is different. These men were high-ranking Nazi officers. After their escape from Europe, certain powers chose to make use of them for their skills. Arrest, interrogation, torture. Some now head up secret police departments and go only by aliases. They were promoted, basically. They visit untold misery on their country's people and stifle the spread of democracy. We need to hunt them down. And have them arrested? No, we want to eliminate them. And if I refuse? Saul, you seem to have a nice enough life. Do you really want to find out? I see. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Perlman. You can go back to your sleep. Your next package arrives tomorrow. The day of the Cobra. Okay. Don't need a hint yet. It's been a few days. From even when I saw the cutscene, so see what we're up against. Two people, the Cobra and the Viking. Mr. Perlman, we are searching for two individuals, the Cobra, the secretive leader of the Chilean secret police, and the Viking, his key lieutenant. We need their real names before the war, not who they are now. We have surveillance photos from 4 locations: Valdemole, Piederoloma, Porto Caleco, I can't pronounce Spanish, Santa Corvina, maybe that one. Unfortunately, the photos are poorly labeled. However, is there a period there? We believe the Cobra and the Viking appear in these images. Additional intelligence. The Cobra operates several local businesses in addition to his official duties. He's reportedly very hands-on, personally overseeing every detail of these operations. This may help identify him. Best of luck. Okay. So we're going to find 2 names for these people. Alright. We got the 4 surveillance photos. It's very hands-on. Okay. Eye patch. Somebody reading something called the Condor, 3 fish. How's my driving? Oh, they got a phone number blocked off here. Do I have to guess? 176169. That might help. The mountain symbol there again. I think that was from last case. Right? Santa Corvina, Piederoma. This guy. Is this guy? Not quite. How about Beardy Man? Looks similar, except for the hair. Particular highlight on his head. I wonder if that's... Don't have much to go on here, so there must be something in the photos. Yeah, but they might appear only once each. What do we have to go on? The other thing is his phone number. 3 fishes. Let's go to the Rolodex. Oh, I should notice what the number is. 175169. Anything. First have to go brute force. 75s. Expect me to type in 999 combinations of that phone number. No luck yet. 7-5. Okay. Oh, I can keep it up. Hmm. Won't be the last one. Call the operator? I wonder. I don't want to have to piece together 999 combinations. Can't call the operator. Well, I guess we didn't try 0000000. 411 is this thing. He's got an artificial leg. The Corvina has 3 fishes on it. The lead. So we can go to S to Santa Corvina. The 242. Try. Race. 242 1775 169. No. Well, we just call the football club themselves. I typed in the wrong number. Did I? 242 155 786. Alright, that's no lead. They blocked us out because we're not supposed to call them. But they would have just not put that on the car. We got Pia de Loma. Their places. Well, we can try La Vida. Encantada. 234 154 879. I got an answer. The finest wines in Chile. Juan speaking. How can I help? Tell me more about your store. We are a family-run wine shop nestled in the Val de Mole. Okay. That's an area in Chile famous for its vineyards. You sound American. Have you visited? I have not. Our town is tiny. 2 stores. One run by me, one by my cousin. Interesting. Only 500 people live here because it's so remote. However, we are proud to stock wines from all the key vineyards. How about the area? It is truly a stunning valley in which nestle some of the most renowned vineyards in all of Chile. You know, very recently a famous travel writer wrote about us in his newspaper. Oh, yes? We sent him around the Norwegian's vineyard, the one with all the feral roosters and cockerels. A lovely man, very drunk. Ooh, Norwegian. Near Germany. Sounds like a dream. I'll send you a photo I took of him. Oh, great. Are there desirable aspects of the town? Less desirable. Like many towns, we are blighted by the presence of the secret police, in which this case outside the store, which seems a de facto headquarters. Okay. You have run-ins with them? I have been fortunate enough to avoid their gaze. However, my cousin, who runs the grocery store, was a student activist before the coup. He was not so lucky. He still bears the scars. Is that Allende? Sorry to hear that. Or Pinochet, probably. You should talk to him. He's the only other shop in town. You're close with your cousin? You know we share an area code, but otherwise we are very different people. Alright. You can't tell me his name or the store name, just the area code is the same? Thank you. Many thanks. I'll call again if I need you. You're more than welcome. Alright, and I magically got the photo, didn't I? Alright. So, we got... these 2 guys again. He's not wearing glasses, but we got this guy. He must be the Norwegian. Maybe he's the Viking. So let's put his location, the mole. I suspect he's going to be there. I don't know his name yet. Got that symbol down there. You see that anywhere else? They run the football club. Alright, so 234. We gotta find. Did they say the name of the grocery store? Maybe it's called Dree. Probably just faster to look for 234. Searching of phone numbers. That Quesos de Val. Alright, let's call it Quesos de Val. David speaking. Hello, my name is Perlman. I just spoke to your cousin at the wine store. Ah, yes, how can I help? Tell me more about your store. We're just a humble grocery store. We sell cheese, vegetables, local pork, food grown in the region. How long have you been running it? I took it over from my mother 4 years ago. Your cousin mentioned you had some trouble with the security services. I did, but I don't think I should talk about it. David, I'm investigating the Cobra. We want to catch him. Everybody knows his name. You are? You know, I've met him. You've met him? I write for the Libération Nationale, the socialist newspaper. We look into governmental corruption. We also write about important arts and cultural events to keep our readers up to date. You were arrested? I was walking to my house when I was picked up and put into a large van. What kind of van? White, very cold, maybe a butcher's truck or something like that. Perhaps one of the fish vans from Santa Corvina that deliver the catch to local restaurants. Probably. What happened then? I was taken to a large brick building. I couldn't see much, but a stank of fish guts. It may have been a tinning factory. You were taken for interrogation? Yes. I was put in a chair. 2 guards asked me questions, first calmly, then applying blows. Every so often they would stop and speak quietly to a third man. The Cobra? I believe so. He was obviously very senior. He was at a desk, just writing. I couldn't get a clear look at him, but I had my pinhole camera and managed to get a photo. Can I see that? You can, though it's far from perfect. I only heard him say one thing. Take the van back to the factory and remind me to give Chiquita his bonus. I assumed that was for one of his informants, the rat. The strangest thing was that they did not seem concerned with asking about our work on corruption. Mostly they seemed interested in a small article about the Norwegian Arts Expo. Why do you think? They were very angry. They kept saying, "Do you know what you have done?" Did you? I did not. One of them, a short brute of a man, stepped forward and he was shouting, holding a printed article. He said, "You mean to betray the Cobra? You know his name?" In an article about Norwegian culture? I was completely bemused. I asked them how, and frankly, I should have saved my breath. They started beating me very hard. I thought I was going to die. Well, maybe the Cobra's Norwegian. How come they let you go? Honestly, it was my level of confusion. In the end, the man at the desk whispered a few words that I was thrown back into the van, deposited in the same corner they had picked me up from. Many thanks. I'll call you again if I need you. Goodbye. Alright. Got these 2 things. Got both his legs. Wearing suspenders. He's running with his left hand. Let's take a look. Probably not him. There's the van, the condor. Can I call the condor? The CAs. Are there pages on these things? Oh, I do have another lead though. Is anybody writing? Shoes, maybe? Side laces. Shoes. Well, anybody can wear a pair of shoes. Well, the area code is blacked out. I tried that already, didn't I? Santa Corvina. 242. Oh, I didn't look for other 242s. Let's look for 242. I tried to call that number. I can scan the names after. There's Santa Corvina again. Come on, give it to me. Huh. That's a dead end. Know what it's called? Brick building. Brick building. There's the condor. Castles Deval. Well, we can try calling the Santa Cavina Hockey Football Club again. Maybe it's activated now. I look for a fish factory. Oslo Interiors. Too much to ask, huh? Castles Deval. Hey, the Roottrees Candy Company. Then the Roottrees are dead. Hello, Rich. Beth Knox speaking. How can I help? Hello, Beth. I'm here to talk about tooth decay. Just 1 second, sir. I'm going to transfer you to another line. Okay, we're alone. Let me tell you, some of the kids we see coming in here barely a tooth in their head, like a grenade in the graveyard. That seems extreme. Honestly, I think it's something in the formula for 5 pieces. I'm sorry, I get quite passionate about this. Who am I speaking to? My name is Perlman. I'm a private investigator. Oh, go on. We got our own share of bodies buried here, if you get me. Thanks, Beth. It's not my immediate priority, but I'll let you know if I can get around to it. Oh, you betcha. God bless you, sir. All right. Well, you can watch the Roottrees Are Dead video for all that information. All right, let's continue looking for a fish company. Trondheim Tailors, 833 again. So I guess we're gonna go to Norway. Uppsala, Sweden too. It looks like Vancouver. Dessau Market. That's well. Let's try that. Too much to ask, huh? A lot of shoe stores here. Da, 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 da. And got nothing there. A lot of the area codes for Chile maybe 2, 3, 1, or 2. Cannibalitic. East India Company. That gotta be a secret. Wait a minute, is this a Obra Dinn reference? Yep. Special East India Company, our director is currently away looking for his grandfather's missing ship. If you wish to contact him, please throw a bottle into the Atlantic Ocean. Alright. Well, the 2 games that I mentioned in my description have Easter eggs now discovered. Come on, give me a fish company. I don't have an obvious name, apparently. As the mute. What? This is Case of the Golden Idol. What? Did I type it wrong? Disappointed. Disappointed. Indeed. No obvious Fisher, so maybe P. Pacifica, Pamplona, Pantala, Parisian, Parma, Pelham, Pelican, and Purchase. What am I supposed to do now? I'm not going to go through 999 combinations to guess this phone number. Well, okay, hold on. Maybe it is the same. Maybe it's not what I thought. All right, let's do try. So it was Quesos, the Val 234. So 175. This has got to be. It's got to be. If this is not right, it's gonna be something like this. Did I read that right? Make it bigger. 169. I suppose he's the Norwegian. I can drag it later. So 2, 3, 4, 175, 169. Yeah, okay, that was not correct. La Vida's the same, right? Santa Corvina has the 3 fishes on it. 242-175-169. Wait, now they're picking up. I called them before. This is the answer machine for the Pescara Tinning Company. That's what I was looking for. Are currently closed. If you are seeking records, all documents are now publicly available. Please call back later. Oh, I have a archives. Library search tool. The Pescara wasn't there, right? Yeah. Forgot about this. In this, please. Effective immediately, all employees are reminded that tattoos and long hair are strictly prohibited on the factory floor. These standards are non-negotiable and are to be observed at all times during working hours. In addition, smoking anywhere on company property is expressly forbidden. Any violation of this policy will result in disciplinary action, according to including deductions from wages, at the discretion of management. The director has made it clear that such behaviors are entirely unacceptable and will not be tolerated under any circumstances, as they reflect poorly on the standards of our organization. He emphasizes that these are values he upholds himself as a good example to all. No tattoos, long hair, so he has short hair. All factory personnel are required to be present in the stadium this Friday to support the owner's team in their match against the local rivals. Participation and cheering for Chiquita. It's mandatory. Can I find Chiquita? I got this company, the Santa Corvina Football Club, right? I wish it would say the phone number that you dialed to get this. I'm pretty sure it was that, but now I'm... Alright. This Chiquita here? No. We can't scroll down. It's weird that it's in alphabetical order, but there's only one page each. So he's got short hair. It could be him. Oh, wait, he's got a tattoo on his neck. Look at that. He has no tattoo on his neck here. He thought this was the uh I'm to give Chiquita his bonus. Hmm. We gotta find their real names. Like, how far did I... There. It comes up right away. The Norwegian. The Norwegian has a vineyard. It might be in the phone book. Wine. Chile. Now we're searching for Norwegian vineyards. Santiago. Leatherworks, that's a possibility. Leatherworks. Huh. Really don't know what to search for now. Ah! Doesn't look like any obvious vineyards here. Huh. See on a different time. They're going backwards by accident. I did. Well, there's no vineyard to call. Also, I think we're stuck. No tattoos. Yeah, so he doesn't have the tattoo. So we have a lead about their pictures, alright. So we think this guy is the Viking. He runs a vineyard that I can't find. Maybe his pants are too short. Is that what they're trying to tell me? But he's the only guy sitting down. This guy's got a tattoo, so it's not him. He has long hair. Looks like he's got shorter pants here, but this is just a guess at this moment. Let's say Santa Corvino. That's just a guess. But no leads on their names whatsoever. Not one bit. Time to review. They do Santa Corvina. No Mole. Vineyards. Cobra. Viking. A famous travel writer wrote about us for his newspaper. A famous travel writer? That's a lead. Do we have a famous travel writer? Oh, my head's over. But I'm not very interesting. It's the East India Company stuff. Yeah, move it over to the next other side. Evidence. Spiller. This guy, he hasn't shown up in any pictures in the. I wonder if this may be these other people. So these were the brothers in that one. Maybe these guys went to Chile. Good for travel, famous travel writers. Hmm. Really making me work for it. I don't know what to look. Val de Mol. Maybe I should look for Val de Mol. No, no results. Travel writer. No results. So this famous traveler must have written about this. Or is this the point? Just this guy's picture. So we got these two pictures only. That's it. But he might have his current name. Norwegian. Liberation National letter. Oh, all right. The name of his I write for Liberation National. Okay, that's what I missed. Let's read it. A delegation of Norwegian artists are set to arrive in Santiago to display the best Scandinavian art, theater, music, and dance. Santiago. The musical program spans both classical and contemporary works, featuring pieces such as The Ice Harp by Lean, Concerto for Casper by Hansen Oberg, The Haunting Songs of the Fjord by Eikeland, and including is the minimal suite Three Still Winters by Nygaard, performed by a mixed ensemble of Norwegian and Chilean musicians. All four pieces are considered examples of Norwegian style of skolt. The week-long celebration is part of the ongoing cultural exchange supported by the Norwegian Ministry of Culture and the municipality of Santiago. Aiming to deepen artistic connections between Norway and Latin America, it also commemorates the 30th anniversary of the Tromsø Bridge massacre, in which 250 Norwegian resistance fighters were routed by Nazi forces. No names. This article made them think investigation continued into the large blazes in Yama, Tambo, and Kiro last month. Witnesses say the blazes erupted overnight, destroying several public buildings. Unconfirmed reports suggest mercenary Chilean forces may have set fire to the voting booths on the eve of the national election amid fears of a major defeat at the polls. This is a developing story. What am I supposed to get out of this? Well, Tromso is a name we can search for. Alright. The condor. Oh. Chile's Scandinavian population remembers the horrors of war. The director of the South American Scandinavian Cultural Alliance led a solemn remembrance ceremony yesterday honoring those killed at the Tromsø Bridge massacre of 1941. The event marked the anniversary of a failed resistance operation during the Nazi occupation of Norway. On March 11th, 1941, local fighters planned to sabotage a bridge east of Tromsø near Setermoen along the Bardu River. Before the attack could be carried out, the position was ambushed by a German panzer division. It is widely believed that the mission was compromised by a single act of betrayal, though the identity of the informant was never formally confirmed. Among the fallen was Andreas Oberg, a noted surgeon and husband of Celia Hansen Oberg, who gave a reading at the service. Alright. This was an act of bravery, rebellion, patriotism, Hansen Oberg said. It was undone by the cowardice of one person, setting back Norway's resistance and costing the lives of family members, brothers, and husbands. We can never forget. The service concluded with prayers and a candle lighting ceremony held by La Catedral del Espíritu Andino. Alright. This is a name we can go on. Maybe he's the doctor. He faked his death. Alright, and it comes crashing to a halt. As soon as you press enter, you can't type anymore. Celia. Hello, Setermoen. La Catedral. Maybe there's a phone number for the cathedral. Black Cathedral. No. Is there South American Scandinavian They come crashing to a halt again. Hansen, Oberg. Hansen. Bardu River. No. Tromso article. Well, the only name I have is Andreas. Like, he faked his death. So I'm going to put it in. I'm not going to put it in because it's not letting me. If I have any names at all, Davis. Where's that from? Like, where are these names coming from? Alright, that didn't seem to lead anywhere either. Chiquita. Okay, what is Chiquita? Maybe there's something I can do for that. No, Chiquita has no leads. Well, I don't know what I meant to find because there's nothing in here. Smoking. He's reading the Condor. I've looked for the Condor, and that article's from the Condor. Alright, Concerto for Casper. Oh, was that this listed here? You can read that. That the concerto didn't show up before. I not have the Liberation National Letter. I didn't pin this. Oh, by Hansen Oberg. Okay, there's a connection there. Let's look these up. Songs from the Fjord. The Winters. Nygaard. Hansen, Oberg. Alright, so Concerto is the only thing that shows up. When You Broke My Heart. So it's heavily implying that he is the betrayer, but I can't put the name in. His name is Casper. Can I put Oberg? No. Esper Hansen. That was the Norwegian tangent. We're still stuck on the Cobra. Pescara is like fisherman, right? That's why he was annoyed, because he said his name. Give Eikeland, maybe. Trade his mother, maybe? Okay, so now we have to find the Cobra. It could be him. The glasses. The short pants is the only thing they have to go on. Be the same guy without the glasses. Ah. So let's go back to this to read about the Cobra. The Russian National. Well, I suppose this could be the well, this led. This could be the Cobra's name. And I need the travel writer. In fact, maybe it is the Cobra that's Casper Hansen. You said you're gonna expose the. Said you're gonna expose his name, right? Take the van back and remind me to give Chiquita his bone. Who's Chiquita? Chiquita might be this guy's name. That would be his current name. It's not though. You mean to betray the Cobra? You know his name? So maybe this is the Cobra, because this is on the Cobra line. So I still need to figure out how to find the travel writer. And I'm worried that he was mentioned in a previous chapter and I've forgotten because it's been like 5 days. Well, I can call the club again. Which got me the weirdly got me the fish company. 2, 4, 2. I don't remember what I dialed to get this. Oh. Yeah, I did this before. Wait. This is not new evidence. I already had this. Am I supposed to just trawl this for what looks like local? Like, I still haven't figured out what Chiquita means. Can't make this bigger. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Piedreloma, Valdemol, Porto Quereco. Well, that's that company. That's that company. But this guy. Mountain. Battle roosters and cockerels. No cockerel. Roosters. Valdemol. Encantada. Juan. Why can't you tell me the name of the vineyard? This is so annoying. A rooster. Rooster's cry. We found it just by writing in rooster. I was led to the vineyards of the Perdido region, okay, Perdido, Chile, by a most unusual guide. He was a heavyset man with an eye patch and an air of both deep melancholy and an occasional eruptive anger. He would have been a Viking Norseman dressed in an ill-fitting summer suit. He ran his vineyard with near military precision. He paused our tour to conduct a brief, purposeful conversation with a serious-looking man who was tailed by his melancholic son. I asked him what it was about. He looked at me with a glint in his eye and said, I believe that my friend Patrice is sending a guest my way this evening. Roottrees is his new name for the Cobra, so not the a certain Jorge. I meant to show him true Chilean hospitality. The cousin was named David, right? I did not pause too long to imagine what this meant. He was, in truth, very sad. He had been to the funeral of a dear friend earlier that day. David was a brilliant artist. We go back years, fell in love with a girl once, champion skier who married a terrible man. Oh, is David the guy from the Daniel from the last case? Who married a terrible man, never got over it. It was a beautiful service, a tiny church with its back to the mountains. Wonderful. He spoke fondly of his dear sister, a composer. Are they uncle and nephew? No longer speaks to him. She lost her husband, a doctor, in the war, and blames me. So maybe he is indeed Casper Hansen. Or the blonde guy is the Cobra. And he's a Norwegian, so I don't have a lead for the other one. But the guy said, you're going to give the Cobra's name away. And this only led me to the Hansen. So it's one of their names is that. And the other one. Why he turned his head. You remember my friend, the one I mentioned? We were schoolboys together, like brothers. One day he told me he found a way to make some money, a simple task. He convinced me to help him. I didn't know what it would lead to. He slammed a fist down on the table, startling me. But after a moment, he only shook his head. Whew. He took a gulp of wine. My sister always disapproved of my association with him and his NUF, National Union of Fascist Buddies. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. But I made sure she never knew any details of the work I did for him. Not until 5 years ago. She visited the vineyard, and I had a few too many glasses. I told her everything going back to the beginning. She hasn't spoken to me since. He let out a heavy sigh, slumping back to his seat. So, they were mad about the song, and they yelled, "You're going to give away the Cobra's name," but this is clearly the Norwegian, the Viking. So, alright. Maybe find their names and we can swap them if we're wrong. He hasn't spoken to me since. He let out a heavy sigh, slumped back to his seat. Maybe the Cobra guy is. He has long hair. I'm confused. After she went home, she wrote a piece of music dedicated to me. I guess I should be satisfied with that. He then began singing softly to himself, before long drifted to a heavy, fitful sleep. Bruce Unwin. Look for Bruce. So he's definitely talking about David. He has long hair. Well, he's clearly meant to be the Viking. It's confusing because they said they were worried about. They wrote this name. Clearly, he's the brother. They said you know the Cobra's name, but the article didn't mention anything else. It only mentioned this by Casper Hansen Oberg. Here. I already looked for that, right? The rooster. One of these two guys is Casper, at least. Right for Perdido. Well, clearly this is the guy. So is he the Viking or the Cobra? They say he's the Viking, so I don't know. I wonder if it's a translation error. Unless this is to throw us off, but then I have no idea. It's still so David. So we gotta look for Jorge. David. Enough. National Union of Fascists. There's no phone number for that, is there? Of course. That different. Fell in love with a girl once. So the last we identified 3 people, right? I can't go look at the board. Remember. Yeah, this is clearly implying that he's the Viking. Clearly implying that he's Casper Hansen. And the reason I put Casper Hansen here is because it's Norwegian. But they were shouting that you're gonna give away his name. There's no other names here, Casper. Eichland. 3 still winters. Yama. Dambo. Hero. Skult. Oh, we have Skult. Once dismissed as a novelty, particularly by the specialists of the Darmstadt school, Skult has gained quite admiration in recent years, especially among South American composers. A form of musical cryptography, Skult assigns notes to letters. Oh, okay, we gotta decode this. So maybe the Cobra's name is in this music, and it's just his sister. It says 0 now, so maybe we have everything we need. And then melodic motifs. The challenge lies in crafting phrases that are both musically engaging and textually meaningful. To increase legibility, letters are mapped by frequency of use in the alphabet. Great. It's not the whole alphabet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The technique is believed to have originated with Norwegian resistance groups in the early 1940s who used concert programs to pass covert messages, sometimes detailing ammunition drops or attack plans without alerting occupying German forces. Today, South American composers have adapted the method as a tool of subtle resistance under authoritarian regimes. So we have a piece of music. And we gotta decode this. So, I need a piece of paper. Be right back. And we're back. Alright, so we have an E followed by I. Not promising. And then we go up one to an N. Is this going to be in German? If I go down to an A. Third line up is R. Oh, Einar seems like a name. Alright. Oh, and there's a bar break here, so maybe Einar. So S we have, and then we have T followed by O. This looks like a name. And then 3 again is R. At the top M. Stormare maybe. Down at the bottom O. E. Third again is Stormer. Then is it repeating? It's not repeating. T. R again. Trondheim. At the top, M. S. Down below again, O. Tromso Bridge. T. And then we have third lineup is R, right? Tromso Traitor, maybe? Let's confirm. Yeah. That's an O. And that's an R. Alright, so I guess the Cobra's name is Einar Stormer. I wish I could write on the screen. That would have been so much easier. So you're not Casper, you're Einar. Or it's reversed. Stormer. This might be the locations might be wrong, and the picture might be wrong. There are 2 or fewer errors in my identification, so it's the picture or the location. Is Chiquita a place? No, it's not. Okay, so let's. I have to figure out if this picture is wrong. So we're gonna call you Casper. Oh, still. So there was only one mistake. We're gonna call you Davis. Now there should be 3 mistakes. Alright. So put you back to Stormer. There are 2 mistakes now, so let's change the picture to something we know is going to be wrong. And we check. There are 2 or fewer. So the picture is wrong. So who else could it be? The other one was this guy. Alright, let's put the INR back. And there we are. Let's fill in the stuff. It's getting harder to find all the things. To whom makes sure I found the Cobra and Viking. Both are native Norwegians who in their youth were involved in perpetrating the Tromsø Bridge massacre. Viking is Casper Hansen, the brother of the renowned composer. He lives on his vineyard in Perdido, Chile. He sold out the resistance to the Nazis through his childhood friend. That childhood friend was Einar Stormer, who later became the Cobra. This was known to Celia Hansen Oberg, who put his name in a cryptic piece of music. The Cobra lives in Santa Corvina, where he runs a fish tinning company factory and owns a local soccer team. Dunzo. And we go to bed.